Good afternoon, it's Tom Bentley here from Sunseeker Poole. Now I'm down here in Poole today at the Sunseeker showcase, the headquarters of Sunseeker in the UK, to show you this brand new 2021 76 yacht that we have sitting at the back of our office. I'm going to walk down the side of the hull band, but the 75 yacht was a big step up from our older 75 yacht. Sorry, the 76 yacht was a big step up from our older 75 yacht. The whole thing was completely changed. So we had a new hull, new fly deck, new foredeck seating group up here, which we'll go up to in a second. As you can see, the glass on this thing is exponential. There's a huge kind of waterfall of natural light that goes into that saloon area and beyond. So we'll get to see that as we go up a bit further. And of course, you've got this fantastic window group set just here along the hull band as well. If I go back to some measurements against the older 75 yachts compared to this 76 yacht model, the Flybridge is actually almost a metre longer on the back of this boat than it was on the previous model. So lots of space, and quite a key element in the design was to keep the saloon level and the helm area that you have in the saloon area all on one level as much as possible, so you get quite an uninterrupted view of the boat all the way through. Now this boat has been spec'd with the Man V12 1515s in it, so the biggest engine option you could put in it, and that will get her up to about 32 knots on a nice clean day. As we walk to the side, there is just a hatch here, so if you have a bit more of an American market spec that, but obviously if you have a kind of stair group leading up to the side of the boat, rather than having to get onto the back of the platform, you can go straight up to the side of the boat there. Now coming to the stern of the boat, obviously we have a nice big high-low platform area just here, so obviously the Williams jet tender or whatever preference you would have would sit here on the back. We actually have a set of retractable cleats just here exactly for that tender, so when it does float off the back you can just chuck that alongside rather than coming up to the med spec cleats that are on the back here. Those med spec cleats would have been part of the Platinum Mediterranean package that we've spec'd onto this boat, and that includes stuff like tropical aircon specification, there is also an updated Simrad package on board, and performance AV packages all the way throughout the boat as well. So stepping onto the boat here at the back, keen eye members of videos of this watching this YouTube channel will notice that this has been spec'd with a Beach Club package. Now what I mean by that Beach Club package is that behind this door here we've actually got a fold down grill set just there. If I put that back up, there's a couple of cup holders and a chopping board just there as well. If I pop that back up there, there's actually a fold down seat just here, and obviously there's a couple of cushions that go on there, and again cup holders that we have here in the middle. And then the final addition to the Beach Club package is actually behind here. So if I press this button and open this up, we've actually got a full height standing shower. If I step back off the boat so you can see that properly now, so you've got a full height standing freshwater shower, hot and cold water as well. That's supplied from the shower that comes into the crew cabin, which is in behind all of this lot here, which we'll go and see in 1 second. And as you can see, we've actually got space to store some fenders down here as well. So that's a Beach Club package, so it really makes this platform here, when the tender's off the back of the boat, really usable, really engaging, and actually a really nice space to be. Moving across, you've actually got, I won't open it because we've got the tyres here, but you've got a nice big storage unit up underneath here as well, so plenty of room for fenders and lines and various other bits as we go through. The crew cabin, as I've said, is behind here, and you've actually got a decent window just at the bottom there to let in some natural light. And what I'll do is I'll just kick off my shoes and jump into the crew. Just while I am on this side, you can actually see there is still a pull-out shower hose just there as well. So showers on both sides of the aft deck here. So coming into the crew cabin, completely furnished, just like any other cabin on the boat. We've got full-size toilet, shower unit just here in the back. There's storage up underneath that staircase just there. Now this has been specified outside of the standard layout. The standard layout is normally a double bed just over here, but as you can see we've got a twin set of beds just here, split, and also this area here. Now this, as you can see, looks a bit more like a couch, but it can be specified as an extra bed. So there's plenty of space for 3 separate crew down here in the crew cab. Just spinning around, you'll see that there is entrance into the engine room, which we will jump in 1 second, but I just wanted to show you we've got 2 or twin Miele appliances down here, a full dryer and full washing machine as well, and then plenty of storage and hanging storages in through here. That performance AV package that I talked about earlier, you can see an example of that through the Sonos system. So the whole boat has been spec'd with a Sonos music system, which you can control through the Sonos app. Stepping into the engine room, and often my favourite part of these video tours, because it really is a thing of absolute beauty in here. So clean, so measured, everything is labelled up to the absolute nines. Twin set generators on both sides here. And here we are, those big meaty V12 1550s that I talked about, absolutely beautifully gleaming in white down here. This boat is spec'd with a set of Sleipner fin stabilisation system as well. And as you can see, everything is beautifully arranged. There's so much room down here to work. So any engineer stepping on board will instantly know and they're not going to be cramped and kind of diving down little holes to get to various bits. Hydrometer water maker up here, so that will be capable of doing 130 litres per hour into fresh water. And then of course there is obviously access to the cockpit just up through this ladder here as well, but we'll go back through the crew cabin in just 1 second. So coming back through the crew, nice and carpeted on my feet, which is absolutely lovely. Proper teak here on the back as well. I know a lot of obviously models are starting to look at alternative uses and or alternative materials for teak due to the supply, but full teak on this boat all the way throughout. Passerelle that comes out of this step just here. You'll notice as we go around, this is the start of them, but there's LED side deck lighting, and that goes all the way up to the bow in a second. And here we have this beautiful expanse of a cockpit. And as you can see, really open plan, lots of kind of unobtrusive views all the way throughout the boat. You've got this wonderful seating group just here. So that really kind of brings the outside in. Obviously on a lovely day, it is a lovely day, but you wouldn't have these camper covers here at the back. This would all be open. And you've got this fantastic big leafed table. So obviously you've got the leaves just here. So obviously folds down in size. It's a fantastically big leafed table all the way around here at the back to accommodate some guests. Low level LED deck lighting just there, and LED strip lighting across the top as well, and all of these are on dimmer switches. On either side we've got med-spec cleats, med-spec windlasses and rope bins just here as well, and foot controls just down the bottom for those windlasses. Up to the Flybridge, we'll go and have a look at that first before we get in depth into the saloon. So up this beautiful stainless steel staircase, and onto, as I like to call it, the party deck. So you've got a full hard top up here with a retractable canopy, so this whole canopy will come off and come all the way back electronically. Again, another big leafed table here at the top. You can fit plenty of people around that seating group just up there. A nice big expanse here at the back, and we often leave this for clients to choose what they like up here really, and I apologise for the wind across the mic, but you could have a crane up here for a jet ski, you could have free floating furniture, we could extend this bed and put another moulding here as well to make this an additional sunbed if here, and if that was the case, we've already spec'd a nice big fold out canopy that comes out through here, so this will come out over this whole deck area and cover that off for sunshade. And as you can see, the radar chair at the top just there as well. Walking forward, we've got some nice big speakers, again working off of that Sonos system. LED lighting all up here as well, so at night it will create a great atmosphere. So all of this has got storage up underneath as well. So all of this seating group has got storage. Big wraparound comfortable seating groups. As you can see, we've got a folding backrest just here as well for that seating group. Full spec, as I mentioned, Evo 3 Simrad screens here at the top. You obviously can control everything from up here. You've got your CMate system just here as well. You've got your proportional bow and stern thrusters, and this boat has also been spec'd with the Aventics joystick that goes with the MAN engine options as well. So obviously you can drive the whole boat off of this joystick here, kind of moving it horizontally. You could even turn that boat in its whole length just by going off of this twist top here. Windshield just down below here as well, and a nice little seating group just there also. And we'll go and have a look at the foredeck in just one second. Freshwater deck wash pump here as well, so you can plug into the freshwater system of the boat and be able to wash down this part of the boat using the freshwater system. And then looking at this entertainment module just here, we've got another grill, a chilled cool box here with a fan, preparation area with a sink, and then behind here we've got fridge, ice maker, and then also a bit of storage in behind here as well. So a really great entertainment space, and a space where you can run around and without having to run down to collect drinks or anything like that. One thing I did just miss while we're up at the helm, which I'll revisit now, is actually a spec'd fridge up underneath the helm console here as well. And you've also got twin USB sockets and also another 12-volt socket up here mounted into the side of the helm. So fully spec'd, and of course all of this has its own cover set as well. Going back down the Flybridge stairs, and I'm going to take us out to do all the outside stuff first. So I'm going to head out to the foredeck in just one second. There is an option, it's not been spec'd on this boat, but there is an option to hinge this section of the superstructure and actually put another Aventics joystick in that area here, so you then can look right down the side of the boat, and if you are parking up against a port hand side hammerhead for sake of example, you could drive the boat right from back here. Coming through, and I've got a fantastic kind of wide walkway here. I'm not pinned in at all. I've got a nice high rail just right up against my hips, so I feel really safe while I'm here, and it really gives you the expanse of the glass that you can see here. It's a phenomenal amount of glass. And this is the first step that I've come across since walking up the side of the boat. So I'm very much almost at the bow before I've hit a step to kind of accommodate some headroom. There's a very small one as well. Now, we actually took the design off this foredeck off of the old 28-metre yacht, which was an incredibly popular yacht for us. You've got some fantastically big fender bins and line bins just here. We've actually split the sun pad berth here, so you've got a nice walkway all the way through, and you're not having to kind of clamber over those. We've got the space to do it up here, so why not? Again, another nice big table just here. You've got a nice big seating group around this table. I'll just show you as I stand back. Nice big seating, nice kind of seating group just around here. And actually, if you look down the side of the seating group, they're wrapped in the brand new plastic at the minute, but these stainless steel poles actually have a cloth canvas cover, so it's a bit like a pram's hood bimini that comes up over the top of the whole of this space here to provide some shade. Again, we've put in the fridges up underneath this sun lounger just here, and then you've got the anchor deck just up on the bow here, and some really nice low profile level railings all the way around the side of the boat as well, not to kind of take away from that fantastic glass that we've just seen walking up. So walking back down the side of the boat, we're going to go and have a look in the inside. So now we won't have as much wind across the mic, apologies for that, but here we can see a wonderfully big expanse of space. This whole kind of door set here slides all the way across to shut this off, but I've opened it up so you can see this idea of this one level saloon all the way throughout, and it's really only up until you get right up to the helm that you can start to see the first steps. One point I did just miss before we came in, that we do have another fridge and ice maker up underneath this Flybridge helm unit just here as well. So all one levels as I walk in, and we've really tried to be as clever as we possibly can in terms of hiding things away in various different spaces. So for sake of example, in behind this is actually one of the air conditioning chillers for the saloon area. So rather than kind of just having that sticking out in a random place, that's kind of been built into the furniture. There's a TV that comes out of a fall and rise just up underneath here. Some lovely big cloth blinds that fall down and cover those windows up should you feel like you need the privacy. And this boat has been spec'd with the Wenge satin wood colour choice. And not only have we got some really nice kind of colours going, framing those great big windows, but we've got some really nice long strips that really frame that ceiling all the way down here as well. And that works really well with this kind of silk satin couch unit that we have just here, and that bleeds itself onto the gunmetal lacquer that we'll have in the galley, which we'll see in just a second. Nice big curtain here as well, so that will cover off that whole window set at the back. Really nicely polished hardwood floor, but with a kind of changing of character here in terms of putting that kind of carpet square in there, and of course you've got a nice storage unit and table just up underneath there, but a really nice area to have kind of people facing into each other of an evening, maybe some drinks when the weather's turned a little bit colder. Moving forwards, you can see just here, as we just look past this dining table, you might just be able to see how engineered that kind of freeboard side is in terms of dipping below it as it gets to the window. And again, that's all about creating this uninterrupted view out to the water. So rather than just kind of running that line of structure all the way across, it dips below at this top end and then just runs underneath this window band, which is absolutely fabulous. Dining table, as you can see, nice and spacious, and again keeping up the kind of the character within the boat. We've got this lovely piece of stone all the way through the centerpiece of that table there. Turning around to the galley, and quite a few, this is one of the first 76s I've seen for a while with absolutely no partition here on the end of the galley. Sometimes we do a kind of semi-enclosed style galley, sometimes we have an electric piece of glass that then obviously goes completely opaque once you've put an electrical current through it, but this is completely open and it's really lovely. It kind of creates a lot of a social atmosphere. We've mirrored here some of the stone here up on the top, and as you can see we've got this fantastic galley just here as well. You've got a fantastic oven, combi oven microwave Miele here, just here, 4-ring burner just at the top, 20 bottle wine cooler just up underneath here. You've also got a dropping window here as well, so all smells, all kind of cooking pets, not hopefully that there would be too many, would go straight out the window. And of course for a boat this size you need a decent size fridge freezer galley here as well. So moving up to the helm area, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go step up onto the only real step that's in this saloon, as mentioned earlier in the video. So step up onto that portion there and just have a good look back down the boat, just while we're here up on that helm section. As you can see, you've got that lovely Wenge floor which is mirrored obviously onto the wood colour choice throughout the boat as well. But you can really see the kind of natural light that pours in through the boat here. And actually above me I've actually got a sunroof as well, which, as you can well imagine, on a Flybridge boat is quite a unique aspect. And I'm just pressing the button here to remove the electrical sunshade that's here as well. So the sunroof will open itself as well. It will kind of fold back onto that roof of that kind of Flybridge foredeck area. And once I open this up all the way here, we can really see again a kind of chasm of light coming down through that open space and into the helm area as well. And obviously that will allow some natural air to travel through the boat as well once that's cracked open. So coming up to the helm space, obviously we've got twin Besons only seats up here. We have a captain's door out to the side deck, which is obviously electronically operated. And then we've got obviously a suite of operating systems up here on the helm. So if I just come up and sit in the helm seat, obviously you can see 3 fantastically big screens. The C-Mate Sunseeker system is based up here on this left-hand screen. So if I was just to pull up the menu here, obviously I can access all of the DC, AC metering, AC power systems. I can do all the lights, the air conditioning from here. I can discharge the black and freshwater pumps if I needed to. I also can see a list of any error codes that are coming up in the yacht as well, and be able to relay those back to the team. So that predominantly is what that screen is for. And then obviously I can bring up my navigation systems here, my radar. If I've got cameras fitted around the boat, I can bring that up onto a multifunctional screen as well. And obviously if I've got cameras in the engine room. But realistically, 90% of the driving is going to be done up on the Flybridge of this yacht, but in kind of foul weather, this is a great comfortable place to be. And as you can see, we've got the proportional bow and stern thrusters up underneath here as well again, and as you can see, the Aventics joystick that we've already touched upon in this video. The side power proportional bow and stern thrusters have quite a good function in terms of the hold functions that you can just see here. So if I was to come up alongside a pontoon like we are now, so port side 2, and the breeze was blowing me off slightly, I would be able to hold those thrusters on and have those turning over ever so slowly just to hold me up against that pontoon. A really nice clean dash. You've also got the MAN engine management screens just there in front of me, and also the side power kind of slight vector fin system just over there as well. So nice and clean, nice and easy to use, and a very pleasant place to be. We've got a little kind of seating group just near the helm as well, so obviously you can do a bit of passage planning up here. You can have a chat with the family, chat with the captain, whoever may be on board in front just there as well. So, and that gives you a kind of a very lovely uninterrupted view all the way down the boat there. Looks fantastic. So a big modification from the old 75 yachts onto this 76 was the fact that on the older 75 yacht we had a circular spiral staircase, which was a little bit tight on the shoulders as you were coming down. So a really fantastic piece of design from the Sunseeker International team is to really widen this staircase and make it square and open. So as I travel down, again down the hardwood floors for this boat, I'm just going to turn back up the staircase, because not only have I got a lovely little window just here to be able to see the blue sea, I've also got a little storage cupboard in there as well. So obviously with everything with boats, it's all about maximising the space that you can find on the boat as well. So as I continue to travel down this set of stairs, as you can see, you may have already spotted it, the 2 hinges that are at the top of these stairs. It's not always noticeable when you've got carpeted stairs. So if I release these 2 latches, I've actually got another storage unit up underneath here, which as you can see has got some of the boat manuals in it already. So again, it's all about maximising that space as much as we possibly can. And you may notice as I'm walking around, there's little kind of pieces in the floor that are cut out, and these really are for accessing the most important parts of the bilges. Oh, you see, look in there, lovely clean lit bilges in there as well. So again, plenty of storage space. So rather than pulling up all of the floorboards and all of the carpet, we specifically put in these little cutouts in order to make the user experience as best as possible. Now I'm going to walk up to the guest cabins first and then come back to the master, but I just thought I'd point out while I was here, this is actually a mirror that you can see, and there's lots of detailing. So this is a leather backed piece here with obviously with light behind it, and then you've got another Wenge frame just here as well. So there's lots of textures and lots of detailing. I've got a kind of lovely kind of woven carpet up underneath my feet. Another full light mirror, length mirror, sorry, excuse me, here on my left hand side. And then coming into the very first guest cabin that you come across, and this is actually a nice big double size guest cabin. So some lovely downlighting up on that headboard, really light, open. We've actually got a boat rafted up alongside us at the minute here, so we're not getting as much natural light coming in through the main window just there. But again, all of these lights are dimmable. You've got some lovely reading lights just at the top there. Built into this bulkhead, we've got a 22-inch Samsung TV and a small little vanity closet just here as well, with a nice mirrored back and a little stool that you can pull out. And again, it's all about storage, storage, storage. So in here, obviously we've got a unit to play through the TV, so DVDs and obviously USB sockets just there. A full hanging rail, as you can see. The Sonos system that we've picked up on a couple of these cupboards already. And then some nice little shelving bits as well. And again, another mirror in the door. Coming back to those textures that I was talking about, again you can see these kind of stainless steel bands that are built in between these two pieces of leather, so it really kind of emphasizes and really gives a lot of character to the boat. Now this each cabin has its own ensuite, and this is the only cabin that functions itself with a kind of with the day head or as a jack and jill. So what I mean by that is that now that I'm in the cabin, I have access to this bathroom here, which is also accessed by another door just here to the left. I'll go out of that one to show you. But essentially, a jack and jill system is obviously having two doors into a bathroom, and this cabin shares that bathroom. So if any guests were coming down as a day head option, this would be the one to use. So heated tail rail up here on the right hand side. There's storage all behind this mirror and up underneath these sinks. Nice big deep sinks as well, some lovely stainless steel taps and bits there. And then if we come onto the shower, you can see full height in terms of the shower heads. That's mounted right up into the ceiling. So for anyone that's nice and tall, you can get plenty of space in there. And then obviously we have the toilet just behind me here. So as promised, I'll go out through this door, which will obviously lead me back into the corridor. So there it is, we went in through this door just on the left here. And then I come into the next guest bedroom, which is a twin. So as you can see, we've got a bit more natural light on this side because we've just got the pontoon next to us. But nice big single beds, so wider than kind of normal single beds. But as you can see, there's a couple of rails here in the floor up underneath those little teak steps. And that means that you can pull those out and you can actually move these two single beds together to create an occasional double. So you could either have twins in here or you could have double for the other cabin as well. So a really useful way of kind of accommodating for all your guests, especially if you're working in a charter market. If I turn around, you've got the ensuite bathroom behind me, and again that's toilet, heated tail rail, nice big sink, nice big shower. There is a TV unit up here on the left hand side, and again we've continued the cloth cushions all the way throughout, the kind of Roman blinds I believe they're called. Moving forward back into the corridor and then turning to my left, I'm into the VIP. Now I have to apologise, the mattress has suddenly disappeared from this boat here. I don't know where it's suddenly gone, but when I stepped on board it wasn't here. So obviously there would be a mattress and dressings on this bed here in front of me, and as you can see there's actually a tether here for more storage up underneath the bed and access to bow thrusters and various other bits here. Plenty of storage cupboards all the way throughout the top, and these are really nice and deep cupboards, and that continues all the way around here. We've got kind of skylight slash escape hatch just at the top here, and obviously that comes back so you can get a bit more natural light in here. Nice big TV up on that bulkhead just there, and a really nice little vanity closet just here, and again with a little fold out bit for your pieces just there. Almost a double space wardrobe on this side, and if I come round, we're then into the VIP ensuite. So again, heated tail rail, storage, nice big shower unit. So certainly no guests are going to feel hard done by being in any of these cabins. So walking back down the boat, I'm going to head towards the master. Now the master's right at the back of the boat, so full width master stateroom. and it really does have that wow factor. A really popular option has been this seating group that we've been building into Sunseekers for quite some time now. It's a fantastic place to have an early morning coffee if you didn't want to kind of socialise quite so early on. It's a great place to put a laptop on. There's a plug socket up underneath that table to do a bit of work. It's much more functional, I think, than kind of a couch or a chaise longue, which usually ends up just being a space for your clothes to be chucked on. So loads of space here as I'm walking around. Nice big TV up here in the bulkhead, and then above there is a Sonos soundbar as well to link up with the TV, so you get a fantastic sound quality in this cabin. Coming over to my left as I'm facing this side of the boat, again a nice big full-length mirror in behind there, and a really lovely vanity closet just underneath here with a nice big pull-out stool. And as you can see, that from those windows that we saw when we first walked down the side of the hull, you can see all the light that pours in through there. Now, coming up to the kind of storage area, this actually doubles up as almost a walk-in wardrobe and then leads on to the master bathroom en suite. So if I can just show you some of the storage again that we're able to attract here. There is obviously a safe in that space there, and all of the provided towels that would come with the boat, and hose pipes and toolboxes and stuff like that. Everything that comes with just buying a Sunseeker. And again, here as we can see, textures. We've got some lovely kind of stone grey leather pieces with some stainless steel trim, and then back to that Wenge timber. And as you can see, that's how this kind of envelops into the master en suite. So we've got his and her sinks. Plenty of room here. Again, the storage all behind this mirrored section. A lovely big shower, and of course heated towel rail as well. So the 75 yacht for me is a really key part of our model range, just simply because it feels like a much bigger boat than it actually is. I would say it's right on the cusp of an owner-operator style, obviously being slightly less than the 24-metre waterline length kind of key measurement. So this boat actually measures to 23.6, and that means that you can drive it just on a kind of private licence. So right on the cusp of that owner-operator, but once you got used to driving something like this, quite happily be operated with a family of 4. So there you have it. That's the new 75 yacht here in Poole. You can call me directly on 07931 418 367, and we can talk about a specification for this boat. And you can also email me on tom.bentley @sunseekerpool.com, and I'll be more than happy to send you over a specification from there. Thank you for watching.